Hello? Hello?
Sean.
Hey.
Hey. I'm so. I've never meant to fail you. And I have. And whatever my words say, they don't mean a goddamn thing. But unfortunately, my voice was taken away. And I'm just so sorry, Sean. I never meant to fail you.
Man, I let hundreds of people on who said that they were gonna speak up, and
No, Sean, I did. I swear to fucking Christ. And I'm not a religious person. I don't believe in God. And so to say that is even like, ugh. But I swear, Sean, like I contacted the Durango Herald and I tried to do what I could to speak on your behalf, and there wasn't much that I could do. And then I got myself in a shitty situation, and unfortunately, I no longer have a voice. So nobody in Arizona or Colorado will fucking hear me out. But Sean, like, you are always on my mind and always in my heart, and I'm so sorry that I failed you.
I got treated like I was imagining all of those bullies. I got treated like I was imagining those threats, and I saved them, and they just wouldn't listen. They wouldn't look.
No, Sean, I just wish that I could fucking be there physically, because physically I will, and I'm a small, tiny, but mighty little motherfucker. And physically, I could do something, but that's about it. Like, I cannot do anything else. And now I'm a felon, and now I have no voice. And now, like, I'm just in the same boat as you. Like, I shouldn't be where I'm at. I'm fucked and whatever, and it is what it is. But Sean, I just can't. Like, nobody wants to hear me, and unfortunately, I do have a huge voice, and I feel like I could stand on top of the earth for you, and I can't, Sean. I can't. And it fucking fucks me every day. It upsets me every day. You have no idea. I'm not one of those motherfuckers. Like, I know you get a lot of them, and you've heard this before and whatever. But Sean, like, I really do, truly, in my heart, like, I was somebody, and I tried to do something for you, and then I fell out myself, and no longer could I do anything for you, let alone myself. And I'm very, very sorry that I failed you. I never wanted to, and I'm sorry.
These web sleuths were relentless, and they were mean, and people say you shouldn't care what other people think, you shouldn't care what other people think. They destroyed evidence because of rumors.
Sean, I fucking swear to God, if I was there, like, I would literally, like, the one thing that I can do is physically handle it, and I would just fuck people up for you. Like, I would just fuck them up. I would annihilate them.
I hate that. I hate violence so much. I hate it.
I know you hate it, but you know what? No, I know that is your biggest thing. You do not like violence, but Sean, I don't like it either.
They sent me to prison, and they fucking assaulted me a lot, and you can't speak out because they assault you even more. Sarah, you were a cop. I mean, you know how this shit works.
No, trust me. I mean, literally, I had the fucking shit kicked out of me, and I was arrested, and the cops were fucking terrible to me. I mean, oh my God, horrific. and to the point where like it doesn't matter. It's just a bad fucking situation, Sean, and I know just how awful it was, and I did not deserve that. You don't deserve any of this, Sean, and I'm just so sorry because, you know, here, like, our sheriff in our town, he's my friend. He's somebody that I know, and like, I have a voice with him, but like, I know a little bit in Colorado, and I tried with you, but it's just like me here. Like, now I can be fucking saving a child and I'm getting arrested or something. Like, I'm a fucking asshole, and that's you. Like, you are just you. You are labeled this, and that's how it's gonna be. And you're dealing with cops that don't even know you, but they know you, and they're just gonna treat you a certain fucking way, and it's not fair, Sean. It isn't. And I'm so sorry. I swear to God,
If they could do that to a pretty white girl like you who's got a family, like, what chance do I have?
You have none, Sean, and I'm sorry, and I'm so sorry, because I have no chance at all. And I get the you know, the privilege, and I don't think I'm beautiful, but I know that I am, and I literally have no chance at all. So, I mean, honestly, the worst thing that can happen to you, the only thing that can make it worse for you, is you being fucking black. But you have no chance at all, Sean. They're not gonna fucking hear you. You don't have a voice.
About that, you know, and I keep telling people that homeless people have it worse than black people, but black homeless people have it worse than all of us.
Yeah, no, they do. And seriously, you know, like, I mean, I have privilege. I am a beautiful woman. I'm a white woman. I'm a blonde woman. I have all these things, and it has not helped me, and it has fucked me, you know, and there is just no chance for me that I don't know. I don't want sympathy and nothing like that. I'm just trying to tell you, and honestly, I'm not like a positive voice. I wish I could call you and tell you positive things, but I can't, because no, there is no chance for you. There is no chance for anything, and it's not fair, and it's not okay. And I think about you all the time. And I wish, Sean, that there was something that I could do for you. And I promise I would do. I think that you know, like, you don't know me, but you know me. I think that you know who I am. And you know enough, and you know that I would.
Ma'am, I do look at your Facebook from time to time, you know, and I saw that black eye and the thing down your nose and all that. Like, you know, it's not that I don't care and I don't pay any attention. I mean, we've never met, but, you know, hundreds of people joined up and said that they were gonna help me after Natalie died, and they're all a bunch of strangers I didn't know. I needed my friends in real life to not be afraid, and for them to go in with me, and, you know, so many people that didn't know what was going on, like, that weren't a part of it, wanted to help. And
right. Yeah, no, everybody says, hey, you know more than anybody, everybody says, it's Sean Schwartz. Everybody says, I'm here to help, but they're not, and they don't. And, you know, they like to look good, you know, like, they like to be there and offer these things, but in the end, like, who's really there, you know?
There was a
No,
lady named
nobody.
Christy Manee, and she was gonna help me, and she had a car we were gonna give to my friend Anna Hunka, and we were gonna get her safely to Boulder, and Anna missed the bus, and she died. So Christy and I, we weren't
Sean,
able to get her the car. And then Christy, she said that I could come stay with her because it was quiet. There wasn't a bunch of screaming. She didn't do drugs and any of that. But then she had heart problems. And, like, there were so many places where it could have been a
no,
better
I
option.
know, honey. I love you too. Goodbye. Go. Oh, stupid Nick. No, I know. You know, eh,
You were so lucky
Sean,
to have a beardo like Nick.
no, I swear to God, I love him and hate him. Sean, I was diagnosed with cancer on Friday and leukemia. And I am so fucking thankful for that stupid pain in the ass that's over here. Like, and I won't lie to you, like, in the beginning when we originally saw everything that was going down, like, Nick was like, fuck him, he fucking killed her, and all this shit. And I was like, Nick, like, I know that is not, that, like, I just know that there's more to it than that. And then Nick was like, oh my God, I feel like an asshole for judging Sean and thinking that he could have done that to her, and all these things. And I'm sorry, Sean, I'm a mess right now, but
Leukemia, oh my God, like
with that
that's so screwed
stupid
up.
fucking bearded asshole is my favorite stupid person on the planet. And Sean, I swear, I'm serious. Like, oh, I can't. It's been the most frustrating thing of all these years to not, like, I just want to, Sean, I just want to take you in my chest and just hug you and tell you everything is going to be okay. And I know that you would feel me and you would know that. And I can't do much else. And I feel like a fucking failure. And I'm so sorry, Sean. I'm so sorry. Because I would, I just,
You could ask every single person that I stayed with, every single one of them. You ask them how many times I yelled at their kids, they'll tell you 0. You ask them how many times I threatened to assault them, they'll tell you 0. You ask them how many times I hit them, they'll tell you 0. But I told on the cops and they kept on assaulting the shit out of me and claiming I assaulted them. I'm not a violent person.
You are the least violent person. What I swear, if you put me on a fucking stand or whatever, if you asked me to describe you, this is how I would describe you, is that you are the least violent person I've ever known. In fact, when I feel like violence is the answer, you would say it's not. You love children and you fucking love animals. Like, there is just no other way about it. Nobody, and if somebody told me different, and I don't care, listen, I have a best friend from a murder group that I'm in. I've had her for 10 years, and she is who made me and Nick work out our situation. I don't care that I've never met you in person. I know you. I know you. You are not violent. You are a beautiful, amazing soul. You love children. You love animals. You don't yell, and you don't yell. You just don't. Like, you get angry, and that's okay. But
I do
you
yell.
don't.
I do yell. Like I scream for help. I I get
Because your
educated
voice
for
isn't being
help.
fucking heard and you're frustrated. I'm sorry, Sean, I'm talking all over you. I'm
That's
so
right.
sorry.
That's, you know, I got the 4 people I was trying to turn in, they all work together. 3 of them are law enforcement. Well, 2 of them are law enforcement. 1 of them works for law enforcement. And 1 of them's a registered sex offender named Robert Warnick. The dispatch operator tried to give out my phone number, so I threatened to call Nebraska State Patrol on her, because that's Nebraska State Patrol is supposed to investigate that stuff.
Are you in Nebraska now again, or still?
I am.
I guess.
I got court on the 4th of February. They tried claiming that I was threatening harm against people for saying that I'm not willing to do that. I mean, I had so many people. Their solution is for me to go
Sean,
shoot people or to go beat people up. And I made a video about that, about how wrong that is, about how screwed up it is, about how much it fucks with my head. And, you know, I explained to him, like, what do you want me to do to
threatening
these
anybody.
people?
Are you fucking kidding me? What can I, please, oh my god, this is gonna kill me. What can I do for you? Because I know that you are not, that this is so fucked up. Like, you're going to court because you were threatening people? Are you fucking kidding me, Sean? You are the last person to threaten anybody. Oh my god.
And that's the thing about them continually railroading me in court and preventing me from going to court against all of these other people that I literally, I can't do anything. I can't even speak out about how wrong and how messed up it is that people are always telling me that I should shoot people and I should kill people and I should go beat people up and that would fix it. And I said that I'm not willing to do those things. And then these people
no, you are not.
They sent me to prison for 7
Sean,
months
what
last
the
year.
fuck?
They sent me to prison last year on bogus charges to prevent me from turning these 4 people in. These 4 people, all 4 of them work together. Their names are all over each other's paperwork.
Okay. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck this. Fuck that. Fuck everything. Sean, honestly, like, I have been sitting here feeling bad for myself. I am so much more than what I'm doing in this fucking life. And the one fucking thing I can do in this life, and I know my legal shit. So I get your emails, and Sean, I'm not going to promise you anything, but I'm going to go through it, and I swear to fucking, to whoever the fuck, because I don't believe in God. I have a purpose in this earth, and it isn't just to just be this fucking piece of shit that I'm being right now. And it is to help you, and I need to help you, and I can, Sean. Like the sheriff, my local fucking sheriff, is not only a friend of mine, but like used to party with me and do like disgusting things and whatever. And like I'm pretty, okay? I'm white. I'm blonde. I have all these fucking things going for me. And I have him in my pocket. Like, okay, so I finally need to use that, and I'm gonna. Sean, I can't listen to it anymore with you. Like, oh my God, there's just no reason. You just should not be through that. And I have been self-pitying and fucking whatever and blah, blah, blah. And just fucking off. And Sean, I have a purpose in this life, and I'm going to help you. I am going to help you.
I tried to get people to work together, and they ended up being at each other's throats. That Caramia lady and Aaron Cockerham and all of them, oh my God, that's not help. Those are web sleuths, and my friends, these web sleuths.
Yeah, no, there's the web sleuths, and then everybody's like interested in the fact and the old story and this and that and whatever, and you get very few and far between people that actually really give a fuck about you.
And some of them that do give a fuck, like Shannon Alvarado really did care, but she didn't understand that her alcoholism was getting in the way. And Brett Roloff, he really did care, but I got I got video footage of his girlfriend smoking meth. I got audio footage of her stalking him via the phone and freaking out about not having enough meth. I got a video where he's digging through his own shit to try to find a meth bag that he swallowed, and I was worried about him overdosing it.
Oh, and your beautiful heart that
He's
will
mad at me.
carry you with you for days.
I had
That
to post
will.
that on my YouTube channel. I had to put that up just to show I was telling the truth. I don't hate any of these people. I don't hate them. I just, like, they didn't understand. They didn't understand how their addictions hurt those around them. They don't understand how scary it is when they're fucked up and screaming at each other. And oh my God.
Oh, sweetheart. Oh, God, sweetheart. God, I wish I could just fucking hug you. I wish I could just hug you. I am nothing short of a fucking, like, anything, but I am a very good person and good woman. And Sean, like, I just know if I could just hug you, it wouldn't make everything okay, but for that second, it would. And I'm so sorry that you've been through all of this.
I finally found somebody to look at it in person because I got them problems with the internet. The problem is, after 5 years, I have the biggest pile of fucking evidence. It is so huge. It is from coast to coast.
I always have it. I always do, and keep sending it to me. I have it. Okay. So if anything ever happens to it or you, I have it, and it's not going away. Like, I save it. I might not respond and say anything, but I have it. So keep sending it to me. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I just... my friend Mandy, she finally came and sat down and took a look at it with me, and there's just too much of it. I was never allowed to go to any of my court dates for any of the protection orders. My public pretenders didn't tell the other courts that I was incarcerated, so I ended up with failures to appear. So then they take away my evidence, and they deny me my right to have evidence and to speak on my own behalf. They call me mentally ill, and they go out of their way to say that I'm not competent to stand trial. I'm like, you know what? Or not competent to act in my own defense. I'm like, you know what? Here's the thing, is that the evidence that you guys need to be looking at, you need to look at. Instead of going out of your way to pretend that I'm crazy and schizophrenic and all that shit. Like, my therapist, she's licensed to diagnose schizophrenia, and she's like, you're not schizophrenic, you got severe PTSD, I know.
Yeah, you have PTSD and you are depressed, and very well, so should you be, you know what I mean? Like,
it puts an imposition on all of us too. Like, my friend Mandy and I, we were gonna work together just like we were gonna do back in January of last year, trying to work together with Meg, my autism advocate, to try to gather the evidence and put it together and get everything done in order to turn it in. But then now me and my friend Mandy, we're going to work on that, but she's got to take care of her grandkids because they have to be able to survive. Their mom has to be able to work, otherwise they don't get shit. And Mandy, she got the flu from her grandson, and I got the flu from her grandson, and then now I'm over it. I don't stay sick for very long, but she does, and she's got an upper respiratory infection, and then she lives in low-income housing, so if I'm over there, she has to worry that they're gonna kick her out of housing, and then she won't be able to take care of her grandkids.
Oh, sweetheart. Oh, sweetheart. Oh, sweetheart. Like, I am a fucking powerhouse, and I swear to God, like, I was put on this earth to fucking do this shit, and I promise you, Sean, I don't fucking I don't put shit out there that I don't write a check that I can't cash, okay? I promise you, I will do everything under the sun that I can do for you. I always think about you, and I'm not just fucking you off. I'm not one of those people. No. I promise you, I will research and do what I can.
I had a friend named Shatina Bell when I was in Lincoln High School in Washington, and Shatina got leukemia, and then 2 weeks later she was dead. So I want you to
Sean,
spend your time with you.
I don't talk to anybody. I changed my number. I don't talk to anybody. And my mom is like, she's normally been like a piece of shit mom, but she's like totally being there for me. And like, I'm just at this point right now, like I basically wrote everybody off in my life. Poor touch. I don't talk to anybody, but I'm so fucking scared. I'm so fucking scared, and I haven't been able to tell anybody that but you. And but at the same time, like, I'm so tough, I'm so strong, and I have I don't know, care about me. But you know, like, I have fair weather friends because I am pretty. Because I'm pretty. I have people that care about me because I'm pretty. And I fucking hate that. And I hate everything about them. And I know that they're full of shit and they're pieces of shit. And nobody really actually gives a fuck. So I haven't said...
Natalie said that too. Natalie said that too.
Yeah, it's fucked up, Sean.
Her friends, it was just entertainment to them, and she talked about that a couple of times, how just because they pay attention to her doesn't mean they actually care. Everybody wants something, and she was so
Everybody wanted something from me until I had nothing left to give, and then it almost cost me my fucking family. I'm sure you saw on my Facebook that shit show of a fucking couple, like 3 or 4 months that like Nick and I went through shit and whatever, and I didn't have anything to give to anybody anymore. Like, I gave it all away, and I couldn't even give it to my fucking family. And I was the most popular person on the planet, and everybody loved me, and they wanted to be around me till I wasn't okay anymore. And I was a fucking huge alcoholic. I've never been like a big drug addict or anything, but I was a huge alcoholic. And do you think, like, one fucking time that one of those people, instead of being, you know, like, they judged me and they had something to say about it, not to me, but do you think that one fucking time they could have just asked, like, why are you drinking this much? Like, why are you being this way? No, they didn't give a fuck. They didn't give a fuck at all. But they had so much to say behind my back. And then look at me and haha, and they would drink with me. And it's just whatever.
Yeah, I didn't go asking people all the time because I already knew from growing up what it is most of the time, and I assume that if people want to share that part, that they're going to, and if they're not wanting to share that part, then pushing them to tell me is only going to push them away. A lot of times they're protecting predators that they love very much. You know, like Natalie loved her dad, even though he did that shit.
Oh, he's a fucking predator. And then it's just so crazy to me, like, and then it came out after the fact, and then you're still the bad guy, like, oh no, let's focus on Sean, like, not fucking, what's his name, Tim or some bullshit, like,
Ted Bollinger. It's Ted Bollinger.
Yeah, Tim, yeah.
Tim Newton is the ex-boyfriend.
everybody, Sean, everybody, and you know this, everybody likes to pick a bad guy and to focus on that or focus on, this situation and thrive with it and never look into what there possibly could be out there otherwise. And you are a perfect example. No, you're always going to be the bad guy. And none of them, and Tim is a fucking disgusting predator piece of shit, and that's not ever going to be a thing. It'll always be that you're the asshole, Sean.
I am an asshole. I had to be. They were killing my friends.
Well, you're not. Hey, what it's worth coming from my mouth, I don't know that it means a whole lot, but you are not an asshole. And when I say that I love you, I do. I genuinely love you. You have helped me in ways that you didn't even know that you did. Like ask me for pictures of the animals or whatever. Like, I might have had the worst day, and you would listen to me, and you never, just Sean, please keep living. I swear that this life is being very hard on you, but you matter, and it's worth it, okay? You're a good person, and you're fighting your ass off, and you don't deserve it, and I don't know why you're going through it. I will help you in any way that I can.
It's because I had fair weather friends. They were fine with pretending they were going to help as long as I didn't say anything about it. But as soon as I said something, it was that I'm some sort of an evil person for telling the truth. And that's the thing. I didn't...
No.
I didn't want to do any of this way. I just wanted to get an honest day in court to show... I just wanted to show Natalie what was going on and what people were doing. That's it. And, every step of the way, I tried to do it the legal way.
And they might fuck you just the same. But it doesn't matter, Sean. Like, I know. You know. The people that love you know who you are. And it might go your way, and it might not. It might be completely unfair, which is all I know how everything to be. It's completely unfucking fair. And your voice being heard actually sucks and fucks you more, but, like...
You're popular? You got somebody trying to get your attention?
Oh, sweetheart. Oh, sweetheart. I'm Mama Bacon, and I just wish I could just give you the biggest hug and just hold you. I'm sorry I have failed you, but I will fail you no longer. Sean, I can't promise you everything is going to be okay, because the world sucks, and who even knows? But I promise you that I have open arms that will always love you, that will always think about you, that will always care about you. I don't give a baker's fuck what you do. And honestly, you are the sweetest, most innocent person that I've ever known in my life. So there's nothing you could do wrong. But in the event that you ever did, I'm still here. And for whatever that's worth.
All of those people who knew what was going on before Natalie died, all of them that took part in the situation, like all of them, I'm an asshole to all of them. I tell them what pieces of shit they are. I tell them the difference between me going through this and Natalie still being alive was whether or not they actually gave a shit, but everybody just wanted to talk about them, and now you got leukemia and I'm freaking out because I don't want you to die.
No, hey, don't, honey, don't worry about me. I'm the strongest bitch that you know. Yeah, Phoenix says, well, he's drunk and whatever, but please don't don't add me to your list of stresses. It's okay. I wish I could just hug you and tell you that everything is going to be okay, because I don't know that, and I don't have the answer. But in our world, I mean, I would let you come into the house and stay, and we have a tiny little fucking house now, and you would be fighting off Jackson with the Oculus and his yelling and whatever into that, but Nick and I and the kids would welcome you with open arms into our home, and we always will, and that will always stand. I swear to God, if you call me tomorrow and go, I'm in Arizona, you have a place to stay.
Shannon Alvarado said that, and when I got there, you know, she was open armed, but you know, then her boyfriend Rick, he wants to pretend like she never said that. I'm like, dude, you know, Shannon can speak for herself, and Shannon, she's got alcoholism problems too, and I don't hate her for it. I just, she didn't understand how scary it was for me. She didn't understand how much the screaming.
Oh, Sean, you have dealing with PTSD, like, so I guess that would probably, well, Nick and I don't fight anymore, but knowing, like, I have PTSD, and knowing what you've been through, like, loud noises, and fighting, and yelling, and aggression, and things like that, like, that is too fucking much for you. It's just too much.
I try to explain that to everybody, you know, there was one day that Shannon was receptive to what I said about her alcoholism, sort of. I got into an argument with Dan Favorite. I had explained to him that it wasn't a safe environment, that I was scared because of her alcoholism and her screaming, and so he got angry with me, and he was telling me I just needed to man up and stuff like that. Like, it was such a scary situation, and he's talked to me now again, but you know, when I told Shannon, she's like, well, you know, let me talk to him. I said, well, it's not going to do any good unless you're willing to admit that you're an alcoholic and that this has something that your alcoholism has to do with this. And she just sidestepped it, but she was sober at the time. And, you know, the other times when I tried to speak to her about her alcoholism, she was drinking and screaming, and it became so scary that I had to try to say something, and then I got snapped at, but I was in a subservient position because it's her house, not mine, and then I had to, like, oh my God. And you know, Mandy, she's not on drugs, she's not on alcohol, but with her grandkid situation, and her daughter having to go to work, and the child care place repeatedly not having enough people to take her grandkids and all that, like, she has so much on her plate, you know. And if we'd have been able to work on it when we were supposed to, instead of the cops driving around my house and harassing me, like, oh my God. But now she's completely stressed out, and because she's sick, and she's having problems walking right now, and she's got an upper respiratory infection. And the other thing is, it's not bullshit. Like, I've been there, I was there, I've been hacking up stuff. I hacked it up for 2 days, and she's not lying about that stuff, you know, it's actually happening.
Oh, sweetheart, it's just such as life, you know, and it's just, like, to deal with everyday life like that, coughing, hacking, having grandkids, all these things is one thing, and Sean, and I'm not trying to be harsh, but, and then to deal with that, you know, like, to try to help you, it's just fucking hard, because, especially as women, I think, like, it's, like, we prioritize things, and we, you know, we're like, fuck yeah, we're gonna do this, and then when stuff takes us down,
to be a priority.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for talking over you, that was rude.
No, sweetheart, honey. Oh, I've talked over you multiple times, and I am so sorry for that. I apologize.
That's all right.
Oh shit!
Apparently,
My phone is trying to do something crazy.
yeah, I just got a notification on my computer said that Tara Smith is, or no,
It's
not
like trying
Tara
to
Smith,
video
Sarah
chat
Bacon
you or
is,
something. I don't know. I'm like, no, you don't want to do that.
I'm
Oh,
looking, it
sweetheart,
says,
I'm just. I think on one hand, you're pushing me to be and do what I know I can do. And then on the other hand, you're breaking my heart. And I'm just going to be honest, like, you are breaking my fucking heart.
it says Sarah and Amber ongoing call. I don't know who Amber is.
Oh, yeah, it says Sean's camera is off. How do I don't know what to do here. How do I I feel like my mother. Oh, no, okay, well, I'll video chat. Bye.
It says group video chat, tap to join. Sarah Amber, Sarah Bacon created this group. You're not connected to one member.
Oh, something is telling me somebody is busy, and I'm like, I didn't even know that I was contacting them. Can you see me?
I can.
Hi. I'm in my robe and I look stupid. Oh my god, you will love this little stupid fuckface. Nick, say hi to Sean. He's the worst dog ever.
Oh, he is so cute.
You will love him. Oh, he's the worst dog. Say hi to Sean, you bad dog.
He is a goofy-looking pug-nosed bulldog.
Oh, did you see my post the other day about the bath? Like, Lila's like, can we give Pork Chop a bath? And I'm like, well, so, is that okay? Like, I don't want to talk over you or anything. Is it okay if I just kind of sideways our conversation? Is that okay?
You're alright.
So, I went from being like the biggest rock star ever to like, I can't get out of bed, I can't do anything anymore. And Lila was like, can we give Pork Chop a bath? And Nick's like, oh yeah, okay. Well, I had just spent the day cleaning the house. We're in a super small house, so it was okay, but like it took all my energy to clean the house. And here's Nick, like, yeah, I'll totally give Pork Chop a bath, and he's like carrying this monster of a meathead to my bathtub, and then he has to go. And I'm like, the fuck? Like, what? I like, so Sean, anymore when I have energy or I can even move out of the bed. Oh, that is a thing. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, I cannot give this dog a bath and do whatever. And Lila's like, no, Mom, I got this. It's all good. Well, he's constantly trying to get out of the bath. Nick goes to get Chew. It's a whole fucking situation, and Pork Chop is constantly trying to get out of the tub, and the only reason I'm telling you this is because I know it'll make you laugh. But I'm over there, like, fucking dying, and shoving him back. And, oh, by the way, I had just sprayed Lila's hair with some stupid black fucking Hellman spray that done stained the fucking tub, so it looked like a trap house bathtub. So here's Pork Chop. Here, everything's going on. Nick's not home. I'm dying, and Pork Chop escapes the bath and goes everywhere through the whole house that I just cleaned. And he's wet as fuck, and he is like everywhere. And then we're trying to catch him, and none of us can, and Nick is still not home, and I really don't know why the fuck it took him so long to get to, but
Lines.
it was funny. So he's a fucking asshole, and there's that.
I'm kind of lucky. The guy across the hall from me, he had all of his stuff. That's not lucky for me that all of his stuff burnt down a week ago, but he's got a dog named Maddie, and he says she doesn't like anybody, but that's not true. She loves me. She comes up and licks me.
She loves you, I bet.
Mandy,
does she love you?
She does.
Yeah.
I petted her for about 20 minutes yesterday while he was telling me his story, and God, they don't seem to understand we can't defend ourselves, and sending people with... I can't go to a homeless shelter. I already know that,
Where are you now? Where are you?
McCook, Nebraska.
But, like, are you at someone's house, or...?
No, ma'am, I was able to rent a motel for a week. I get $850 a month. I was able to save up my money for a couple of months, but I ended up giving it all to most of it to my sister and her friend Ed. Most of it to my sister for help.
Why? Didn't she come and try to help you?
She did, but I tried to put a good game face on it, but I got a recording of the actual situation and how it went down, and he destroyed a whole computer worth of evidence, and I was worried about him getting in trouble, because he's an idiot, but I like the guy. But also, he was trying to threaten to kill people, and it was freaking me out, and I tried to explain him over and over again, dude, please don't do that. And then he told me he was schizoaffective, and I'm like, oh man, I can't let him touch my computers. But then he went and wiped a whole computer full of evidence, a computer that I'd had since... It's the computer I've had the longest, and it's completely wiped.
Well, just keep sending me what you can, because it will always be there. And Nick, he's being a drunken dick right now, but like Nick cares for you as well. And if anything should happen to me, I have it. So, Shauna, I'm processing so much right now. And I just want to hug you.
It's one of them things, hugs, you can't give them long distance.
Yeah, well, I know that my fucking hug doesn't mean shit, but honestly, it would mean a lot, because I give really good hugs.
I'm always afraid if I hug a woman, she'll get the wrong idea, or her friends will get the wrong idea, or some suitor will get the wrong idea.
Stop it.
There's a reason I love dogs so much. Dogs aren't going to treat me like I'm only hugging them because they're pretty. I mean, dogs are great. I love them even though their breath smells like shit.
We're good. It's all good.
And I feel mean about that. With Natalie, I didn't tell her she was pretty all the time because everybody else did. I don't tell people they're pretty. I don't really acknowledge that part.
The prettier they are, okay, don't take this the wrong way, and I'm just gonna be frank with you. Like, I think that you have a thing I know this, but you have a thing with pretty people. Like, it's not like you have it out for them, per se, but like you have absolutely zero sympathy for somebody who is more on the attractive side, shall I say. And it's because of what you've gone through and your PTSD and all that. But like me, like for instance,
I do have a lot of sympathy for pretty people. That's one of the things
no,
with Natalie. She had to go through so much because she was pretty. And the problem that I have with pretty people is that she didn't understand that people would do evil
Sean,
stuff
I
to me because she was
understand.
pretty. Do what?
No, I understand. And then I guess what people don't understand is like I do not consider myself pretty. I know I'm not ugly, okay? I'm not fucking stupid. But I just have, I guess I've never taken into consideration like the privileges or the things that I get because not in my mind, but in everybody else's mind, I'm a better looking person. And yeah, I have a huge issue with that. But looking at it, I get, right? Do I not get treated differently? You know I do. And then on top of it, then it's worse. Sometimes people are more mean to me or more horrible, or even the police. Like, you know, like it's a blessing and a lesson at the same time. It's awful. And how, you know, I'm like, oh, honey, it's a pity. Yeah, someone was mean. And everyone's like, fuck you, you know. But really, it sucks.
And then there's the expectations. You know, that's one of the things that always bugged me is a lot of women think that they have to get themselves all dressed up and be all competitive with other women, and then I get told that it's men's fault. I'm like, well, it may be in part, but I'm not the man who's making you do that. I'm not the man who expects you to do that. I'm.
Sean, you are the biggest sweetheart on the planet. And any woman that could ever be with you would be the luckiest woman on earth. You would just cherish her. You're just, Sean, please never give up on this life as much as it fucking sucks for you right now. Oh, as much as it sucks, please don't give up on it, please. I care about you. I think you're amazing. And I know many people do.
You know, I see the comments on that Rob Gavigan thing, and a lot of the mean stuff is off of there. A lot of the cruelty is off of there. They cleaned it up a bit. But the other thing is, you know, those people, they have good ideas, you know, but in reality they're just ideas. A lot of them think that it was all over after Natalie died and I just need to get over it, and it never stopped. And that's the thing about having your name slandered like that, is that people don't treat you
Sean,
like a human.
I have never forgotten about you and your name. And you are somebody and you have a voice. And unfortunately for you, it has just been shoved to the wayside. And I haven't been the best friend or whatever. But like, okay, on one hand, I'm just gonna be me. I'm gonna be honest with you. And what I'm going through in my life. Like, on one hand, I want to say, like, okay, move on. But, like, no, you can't, you have to have, like, certain things that heal you to move on. So I'm not telling you to move on, and I will be here for you through this process. But Sean, if there is anything to help you go through that, I'm here. I'm not a fair weather friend.
You know, I wanted to go to Oregon and I was gonna go to Oregon after I got out of prison last year. It just didn't happen. I was finally able to get a vehicle, and it probably won't make it to Oregon. It's got over 500,000 miles on it. It's another Honda Civic, but I mean the speedometer doesn't always work, and the tires they slip and slide on even the littlest bit of ice, and it's not safe. I'm afraid that I'll kill somebody with it on accident, and then there's the fact that I'm not well liked, and any officer who pulls me over if I'm by myself, I gotta be afraid. As soon as they write down on your arrest record assault against an officer, and that was Waylon Lolatai.
What? I just can't, like, oh my fucking god, I just cannot believe that. Like, you are the last person to assault anybody, let alone an officer, and it's just, ugh. It makes me angry. But I am in anger management. I am every week going to counseling for that, but this enrages me. Like, are you fucking kidding me? But anyways, I'm sorry I interrupted you, but I just am like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you are the last person to assault an officer.
Well, that's how they got away with it. Waylon Lolatai assaulted me, and they pretended I assaulted him, and then they locked me up in the jail and pretended. See, that's the thing. They wanted to pretend that I was a violent person. They assaulted the fuck out of me.
No, it was even like I don't really like watch the news and whatever, but something came across and it showed me that, or maybe you did. I don't know. I saw the, it was like some news report and whatever, and you were like this violent person and whatever, and I was like, are you fucking, and excuse me, because I know that you don't cuss and you are very proper and very well-mannered, but I'm a sailor. And no, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck?
I do curse a lot. I really do. When I get onto my YouTube channel, a lot of times I curse loud. I curse really loud.
Not with me. You've always been a gentleman to me. You're always a proper gentleman to me.
That's how I am with most people. I'm different in real life than I have to be on my YouTube channel, but then there's the fact that you have to pretend everything's okay. When I go to the grocery store at Pumpkin Pantry, I have to pretend everything's okay. I make jokes and I try to pretend everything is all right, and it's not.
Me too. Oh shit. Oh.
L&M Light. I got lucky strikes.
Sean, I know I can be honest with you. So I quit drinking, like, I don't know, 4 months ago. And then when I got the diagnosis of my health, I said, fuck it. Because, well, I mean, I've talked to you about it before, and you've heard me. I was a huge alcoholic. But it was crazy. Like, I was able to give it up, no problem. It wasn't a thing. And, the other day, when I got my blood work back and the whole thing, like, I, for the first time in like 4 months, got fucked up. And I still feel fucked up, and I haven't drank, but, like, I still feel fucked up. And, like, the kids are, like, asking me and Nick, like, so we aren't religious, but, like, 11/11, like, I always pray and whatever, and Lila the other day was like, hey, if I tell you what I prayed for the other day, like, will it not come true? And I was like, no, I think it's like in the past, whatever. And she was like, well, I prayed for you to be healthy and to be okay. And it's just, Sean, I just don't know. I don't talk to anybody, and you don't need any of this. I am so sorry. Fuck. Ugh.
No, it's okay. See, that's the thing, is that, like, you know, for me to be aware of it, that helps me to understand. You know, I tried to go to people who said they could help me, who had the ability to do so, and there's a lot of people that just don't.
No, I'm gonna fucking help you, and I'm gonna fucking help you. And seriously, Mark Lamb, the sheriff of my county, I know. First of all, like, I was born in Colorado. Like, I have something there, and I am pretty. So I will use that. And then my local sheriff, who used to party with me and do fucked up shit, that I have something against. Like, there has to be something that I can do, right? Like, I'm gonna use I'm pretty and you are a piece of shit thing, and to our advantage, right?
Mark Lamb is an American sheriff. He was elected sheriff of Chino County, Arizona in 2017.
He used to party his fucking ass off at my house. And seriously, like, be like, show me your tits. And like, oh my God, it used to get crazy. And I love him. He really is. Well, so I worked for him and his ex-partner. They started, like a bug control company or whatever. So I did all their booking, like their books for them or whatever. And yeah, no, there was like this whole like exposure of freaking like everybody banging each other and whatever. And yeah, no, so I have all this shit. So I'm like, I'm not a piece of shit, but like at the same time, I'm like, I'm gonna use that to cash in. And honestly, well, he's my friend enough that I could just call him and tell him about your situation and be like, what can I do? Like, I don't have to blackmail you, right? I don't know, Sean. You don't know.
He's got a picture of him with 50 caliber on top of a pickup truck and a string, a belt-fed 50 cal string around his neck. That's the picture that he's got up.
What? Oh, is that his son or something?
No, that's the picture of Mark Lamb. Can you see that?
Oh yeah, no, and seriously, he rode my horse. My horse was the first horse. Well, you've seen him. Oh, Buddy died. Betty's still alive and thriving. But yeah, my horse was the first horse he ever rode.
I remember the picture of you laying down with your horse.
No, I sent them to you because you love them.
Yeah, people suck. Animals don't. Animals at least you know where they stand.
Yeah, I know. Sean, sweetheart, I have to go make the kids dinner, and then can I call you back, please?
Yes, ma'am. Be safe.
I love you so much. Honestly, I've got you, okay? You told me it, and now I have got you. I got your back.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please, don't sound sad. I can't go if you're sad.
Life is grand with your head in the sand unless you're afraid of the dark, and I've got a plan starring Iron Man.
Yeah, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll call you soon.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye.